Okay, so got a new Apocabox. If you've been following the Apocabox video series on the channel, you know that wasn't really too impressed with the last one or two. So this one's got a really cool looking box. So I've got high hopes for it. Haven't looked at it yet. That's what we're going to do together coming up next on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Apocabox, here it is again. It's just a cool looking box, huh? Anyway, the folks at Apocabox were kind enough to send me this month's box so I could show it to you. And we're going to take a look at it together. Apocabox, if you're not familiar, is a subscription box. It comes out once every other month. I think it's around 40 bucks, somewhere in that ballpark, give or take a little bit for shipping. It is the brainchild and one of the business ventures of Stewart. You may know Creek from the show that was on Weather Channel for several years, the Fat Guys in the Woods. He has Willow Creek Survival. He's an Eagle Scout. I mean, he knows this stuff. And I kind of like the concept behind Apocabox. It's not so much about a box full of stuff and, you know, just getting stuff at a discount. It's always been based more on training and teaching and skills. And I like that. Sometimes there's a lot of unique stuff in there. Again, you know, the last box or two, I wasn't really that impressed with. It seemed like it was really stretching and reaching, trying to pull together a theme. This one is, I think it's about fire, so I've got high hopes for it. So without me rambling on anymore, let's take it down to the old stump top and we'll take a look and see what's in here. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we're opening it up, and this is the Ignis box. Trying to come up with some cool names for it. So it's all about fire. So let's see what we got in here. First of all, we got some shredded up newspaper for tinder. I gotta say this one was pretty light, really. So didn't seem like there's a lot of heavy stuff in here, but let's just get this kind of out of the way for a minute and see what we got here. So the first item on we got is a whiskey ferro rod. I believe this is it here. And it, what does it say about it? Bigger's better. This is a 1/2 inch by 5, which is really cool. Comes with a striker. It looks like a striker here, kind of. Oh, it's got a magnet in it to hold your striker in place, and it's got a really nice sharp striker. So let's see if we can get some. I use the side of it usually. Okay, yeah, it throws some pretty good sparks there. So I think that's definitely a keeper. You know I'm going to like that, right? So whiskey ferro rod. And if you'll notice, I noticed that Creek has even quit putting values on here because, again, I think that's not what this is about. So let me just move this out of the way. So we got the ferro rod here, which is pretty cool. Then we got what's called, okay. I don't know if this is cheesy or not. He's calling this a fire scratcher. This is just one of those little back scratcher things that you can buy to scratch your back. It's telescoping. But one of the things he says that he noticed about it was that you can remove the rubber grip on it, okay, like so. And then basically you use it like one of those collapsible bellows. You can blow in it and use it like a bellows to feed your fire, which is, I gotta say, a pretty cool idea. It's just a repurposing of a standard little tool to something else, which is pretty cool. So I gotta give him credit for ingenuity on that one. Next on the list is a flint and steel. It's a Creek's whiskey flint and steel kit. I think this is it. Comes in a pretty nice little tinder bag here, so you can collect some really nice tinder. I've not opened this up, so let's see if I can even get it open. It's got a little tin in it. It's got some cotton fiber rope here, which should catch a spark pretty good. A nice sized piece of flint, and a pretty cool fire steel with a wooden handle on it. That is pretty cool. Let's see if we can get some. Let's see what happens if we can get some spark going here, though. So I don't want to mess up the flint too bad. Oh yeah, we got a lot of sparks coming off that bad boy. Great. So I'll be using this actually with the Boy Scouts on the camp out coming up really soon, because we're going to be talking about primitive fire. So this is going to come in really handy. And it's got this nice pocket wick, I guess is what you call it. What is this? Let's see. What does he say? And this is basically, you can use this to make char rope. It's 100% cotton. And basically it is furniture and upholstery piping that he purchased from Hobby Lobby. So there's a little tip for you, but pretty cool. So what you're going to want to do with this is just char the end of it, and then you can use it over and over, and you can put it out when you finish. So that's a pretty great idea, actually. It comes in a nice little tin. You can make char cloth in this tin, and you can collect your tinder and different stuff to make a tinder bundle in this bag. So that's a pretty cool deal there. And I would guess, if I had to guess on a value for this, this has probably got at least a $15 or $20 value, because I paid like that much for just a little flint and steel kit. And then you got this I don't know, at least 10 bucks for that. So we're looking, you know, probably 32, 33 bucks going right here. Next, we've got a Mega Fresnel lens. And this is just a very lightweight magnifying piece of plastic that you can use to start a fire. I can tell you the big ones work a lot better than the small pocket size, and that's just a good way to make a magnification fire. And then we've got, what else we got here? Pocket wick. Okay, so we got a pocket wick here, and this basically is wax infused hemp string, and you can just unwind this and use it to for instead of petroleum jelly or whatever. Pretty cool thing. You can wrap it around tool handles and always have some with you. It's just a nice little way to have some tinder with you at all times, and it fits in a very compact pocket. So that's pretty cool. Something else which I think is pretty interesting in here, they've got these little, I think they're plastic, I don't think they're glass, but just little tubes with waterproof stoppers in them, putting all kinds of different tinder in that you might find to keep it dry. Really small fluff stuff that you want to keep in here. Maybe as you're hiking, you find something, you stuff it in here. It's going to be a good way to keep it dry, and it takes up very little room in your pack. So I just think that's a pretty ingenious little idea, in my opinion. And actually, you could put your needles and stuff in here, sail needles or whatever, which is pretty cool. Last but not least, he has what's called friction fire chunks. And basically, let me have a look at this. This is really pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a couple of little aluminum sleeves and some chunks of wood, and we got two different sizes here. And so this is, if you have a hard time finding friction fire stuff to make spindles, if it's just dry enough or straight up or whatever, you can actually make the top part of your spindle out of anything. For a hand drill or a bow drill, you put these little sleeves on like so, and you put the really dry part in the bottom, and you can use that for the part that you're actually going to make your ember with. So it's for practicing, and just a different way of doing things. And when you run out of these, you can always find yourself some nice dry wood. Just put it in your pack with one of these. So pretty cool way to not only practice and learn about friction fire, but just to have a little backup in case you're in a bad conditions and you need a friction fire, which would only take place, in my opinion, if you did something really stupid and didn't bring a lighter. As always, there's a link on this website with some videos and demonstrations on how to use all this stuff and how to make it all work. Chuck Norris can sneeze with his eyes open. Okay, so that's everything in the 2017 Apocabox. I believe the name is Ignis, obviously having to do with fire. So the question is, did they redeem themselves in my eyes? And I gotta say, honestly, at least for this box, I think so. It's of course, I'm a little biased towards fire, you know that. But I gotta say, I think the flint and steel kit is really, really cool. Very well thought out. I like that wooden handle on that way. I like it. I think it's really cool. I'm really impressed by the repurposing of the little back scratcher. The telescoping fire bellows tube is a great, great idea. And you know, I like the little pocket tinder. I think that's pretty cool too. Just hard to go wrong with fire, in my opinion. So again, I think the Apocabox concept is not geared so much towards stuff for value as it is training and teaching and skill sets. And fire is a very, very important skill. In my opinion, it is one of the most important skills that you can have for any kind of wilderness survival type situation. So I got to give this one a thumbs up. I really like this box. And once again, thanks to the folks at Apocabox for sending me this so I can show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing, for clicking that thumbs up and sharing this video with all your friends. Thank you so very much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time. Just for kicks, I don't know if it's going to light up this newspaper or not. We'll see. Oh, looky there. Well, it did.